back to another episode of the Hoodie and Headband podcast show. I'm your co-host, Bryce Warner.
And I'm your co-host, Tariq McDowell.
Tariq, it's been a while. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Had a good vacation with my girl, a good getaway on her spring break. So I said, well, I guess it's my spring break too. Took like 4 days away, just unpacking and just taking time to, reset before big things happen in the next couple of weeks and, get all up into this March Madness and into the NBA playoffs and then the WNBA season start. It's going to be a whole bunch of shit going on. So, got to reset, get my mind right, get my body right, get my mental right, everything. So it was really good vacation, really good time. And I'm ready. I'm ready for March, man. I'm watching. I got games on as we speak. I got one on the phone. I got one on the TV. We ready. We hit. That's what we're going to be doing all March, all April. Mm-hmm. How about you, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I don't know. Past week, since last time we were on the pod, I don't know. It's been. I don't know. I'm just living, Hey, I'm thankful. I'm here. Let me stop. But I'm good, man. Can't complain about much. Yeah, I'm just glad I'm here, honestly, bro. Just been grateful, feeling blessed. All my people's in town at the moment, so we can be lit. But yeah, man, I can't wait, bro. My College of Charleston Cougars are in the tournament, yes, sir. By the time you hearing this, they'll be getting ready for their first game, going up against San Diego State. But hey, we here, all right. We here, all right. Best record in Division I. We here. Then they gave us a 12 seed, even though we was ranked this year. But they gave us a 12 seed. But that's right. That's cool.
12 seed is kind of crazy.
You know why? Because every year is a 12 seed beating a 5 seed. You know that's one of the upsets that always happen. So I'm like, God, I'm not even tripping.
You know what would have been crazy?
What?
If your 12-5 matchup was y'all versus Duke.
I'd be hurt. Because I see Duke a 5 seed too. I'd be like, dang.
Why y'all do this?
I'd be like, I like, y'all just want both teams to win somehow. Nah, but Duke my first. Listen, Duke my first love though, so don't get that twisted. Duke is my first love. Listen, if College Charleston is playing Duke at College Charleston, I'm pulling up in a Duke jersey.
Damn.
I told myself that a while back. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna play North Carolina. I'm like, yo, what if they ever play Duke? I'm like, I would definitely be rooting for Duke.
Damn, over your modern Duke.
I would listen, bro.
Charleston did. Your degree don't say Duke. That's just say College of Charleston.
Okay.
I don't talk about none of that.
Listen.
The fuck that got to do with basketball?
Listen, man. I can like Duke and be College Charleston alma mater. I'm not the only one that likes Duke in College Charleston alma mater, right? A bunch of my homies like Duke when we was in College Charleston, right? I don't know. But if they were to match up, I'm Cameron crazy that day. But when they're not matching up, I'm a Cameron crazy and I'm a Cougar. Sounded weird, but yeah, go Cougs. Cougars. Cougars. Don't listen. We here. I'm lit, bro. I'm happy for my boys. Happy for them, man. Back to the tournament. First time since 2018. So we back. We back.
Y'all beat Auburn.
No, we lost to Auburn.
Y'all beat the team before Auburn?
No, we lost in the first round.
Y'all didn't win a game?
No.
Damn, why I thought y'all won a game?
No. Bro, we got robbed, bro. We got robbed that game, bro.
It was close.
We were supposed to get past Auburn, bro. Got robbed. I was sitting there TD Arena with my boy. We at the watch party, right? The day before spring break. Everybody done left. I'm just like, no, I'm staying on campus to watch this game. I mean, I'm up the road anyway, so it's like, all right, whatever. I'm just gonna stay extra day. Watch the game. Man, everybody been sad that like seeing them boy get robbed the way they did, bro. Like, man, shout out to Grant. My boy Grant got fouled, bro.
I was just about to say, shout out to Grant.
My boy Grant got fouled, man. And them boy only won by like 5 because like late game fouls or something. But like it was a tough game, close game, bro. 3 guys for that team went on to be in the NBA. That's probably the best team I've seen at College Charleston. Now, this current team that's at College Charleston is very good as well. They're well coached. They're a well-rounded team. A lot of guys, like, they can all score. Like, their whole starting lineup averages double figures in points. Not a lot though. Okay. I don't think it's more than like 15, but like they all average over 10 points.
Yeah.
And it's like any of them could get it going any night. And they're a tenacious group, man. Pat Kelsey's done a good job with that ball program this year. And this is just the beginning for them, in my opinion, bro. Like, I mean, he's only been there. This is only his second season there. He just signed an extension. Well deserved. Just on an extension there. So, I mean, Charleston is building something, man. Like, I feel like they're going to be one of the more serious mid-majors in the next couple of years. I mean, it started with Coach Grant. And shout out to Coach Grant. He had Boston College now. Shout out to Coach Grant. That's a hell of a promotion, man. Hey, South Carolina native, bro. He is from North Charleston to doggone Boston, bro. That guy made it. I'm proud of him, all right? I saw him this past offseason, man. Talked to him for a little bit. Proud of him, man. He's coaching the ACC now, as he should. And I'm also proud of Pat Kelsey, what he's done, too. Shout out to College Charleston for hiring good coaches, man. Haven't had a losing season since I can't remember. Things are going good in Charleston, bro. College Charleston's looking good. Glad they're back in the tournament, man. I think there's a possibility they can make it out the first weekend, but that's probably just me talking. In my bracket, I got them winning. I got them getting past San Diego State. I got Furman, never South Carolina team. Got Furman getting an upset too.
So do I.
Hey, y'all gonna look back on this and listen to this. It's like, dang, Bryce knew this whole time. Tariq knew this whole time. No boys, no ball. Let me stop. Even though we do, but like, yeah, I'm agendas are being pushed this March, all right? Man. Agendas are being pushed this March. South Carolina versus everybody, okay? But to an extent, not all the way. To an extent. South Carolina women's against everybody, yes. They gonna everybody. They steamrolling through.
You picked them to win the tournament?
Of course I did. They haven't lost a game since the last tournament. Since the last SEC tournament, actually. They haven't lost a game. You think I'm going to not pick them to win it all? You must be out your mind if you think I'm not going to pick them to win it all this year. Anyways, SC women steamrolling through. College Charleston men getting it past the first round at least. Furman men, I see y'all. Don't know too much about y'all, but I see y'all. Clemson should have been in. I ain't going to lie.
That's facts.
Clemson should have been in. Shout out to my boy Brevin 100%. Galloway. Clemson should have been in.
They definitely should have been in.
They should have been in. But you know what's funny, though? No, it's not in. North Carolina. I'm laughing at that. And they declined the invitation to the National Invitation Tournament. That is what NIT stand for, right?
I have no idea.
I used to think NIT used to stand for not in tournament.
That's what it is.
Not in tournament.
Yeah, the not in tournament. You didn't make it.
Yeah,
you're not good enough.
That's basically what it is. But yeah, no, they declined.
You're not
that
there.
Was funny. Not funny. Of course, it's funny. I'm a Duke fan. I mean, regardless
where do they have like a specific space for the NIT, or do they just play it wherever?
They play. I think the top seeded teams play at their home court first round, and then I guess they whatever. It's kind of like how the women's tournament.
If they did it in like Hawaii or something, I feel like more people would be willing to go. That's a nice experience. We're going to Hawaii. Experience, yeah. It's like the Maui, like in the beginning of the season.
As soon as you said Hawaii, I thought of Maui.
Yeah, it's an end of the season Maui tournament. That's what you got treated like. End of the season Maui tournament. You get to have fun.
On the islands or something, basketball. Man. No, you know what? Yeah. No, you know what would be a crazy idea? You know, everybody be like, "Oh, 1, 2, 3, Cancun." Have the NIT in Cancun.
That'd be fire. They wouldn't be.
Have the NIT in Cancun, bro.
They ain't playing no basketball. I know that for sure.
Nope.
They would be playing no basketball. No basketball is getting played.
Listen,
not one basketball is being played.
Listen, bro. Instead of the
Gatorade crazy in
Cancun. Pitcher, it's a margarita pitcher.
100%. They over there. They going crazy on the sideline.
Nah,
you thought they was hyped about the. You thought they was hyped about the play. Now they saw somebody in the stands. And they was like, "Whoa!" And they all like hopped up. No,
everybody get the Jordan Poole effect for some reason.
You see the video.
Yeah. Anyways, man, let's get into it, man. Shout out to College Charleston, man. I got a feeling we can get past first weekend. I'm just optimistic, bro. I'm glad. It's crazy. 3 of my squads won their conference champions, bro. Duke, ACC champions. South Carolina, SEC champions. College Charleston, CAA champions. And College Charleston bookstore. Oh, I ain't been to the bookstore, but the website. Why don't y'all have the College Charleston championship shirt that they had on at the presentation? I want that shirt. I don't want these shirts that y'all make it up. No, give me that shirt. Give me the shirts the players got. I want that one.
He said, I play on the team too. I need one of them shirts.
I want that one. Listen, I need the official gear. I can't find it anywhere. And they advertise it on the website too. I ain't checked today. I've been busy today. I ain't checked today. But last I checked, they advertised on the website. I'm looking on 3 different websites for this one shirt. Get it together. Come on, man. Matter of fact, let me try to find this right now. Anyways, so we got the CFC CA championship shirt. Yeah, let's see. Oh no, that's a knockoff.
No way they selling a knockoff shirt.
They selling knockoffs, man. No, I need the exact shirt. Oh, they got it. Yes. Yeah, they got it. Yes, sir. I'm about to grab. All right, bet. Yup. I mean, too bad I ain't gonna get it before the game tomorrow. Matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do tomorrow? I'm gonna go downtown tomorrow before the game and see if they got it down there. If they got it down there, I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna wear it. All right. But if not, so be it. Anyways, yeah. So if you came to listen about the men's tournament, I have bad news for you. We don't got analysis about that.
Nope.
Nah.
Nope.
Not no deep analysis. We just gonna push agendas.
I mean, this is the first time that I've gone through the men's tournament, and when I'm doing my bracket, I have to like click on the eye for some of the matchups and go down and look at like who is who.
Yep.
Like, oh, they got shooters, they can't score. That's what I'm picking.
Listen, because it's been a weird year, bro. Like the Blue Bloods ain't the Blue Bloods. Like North Carolina's literally not in the tournament.
I say that.
North Carolina's not in the tournament. Duke's a 5 seed. Kentucky's like a 6 seed. Yeah. Only high seed Blue Blood is Kansas. And it's like, I don't know. I've been paying attention to the men's side.
UCLA too. UCLA is high too.
UCLA, yeah. I've been paying attention. I know who to know. You know, I know like, all right, you got Brandon Miller, Keontae George. You got Marquise Noel from Kansas State. You got Grady Dick. You got who else you got?
Marcus Sasser.
Yeah, him.
Zach Edey.
Of course, Javon Quinterly.
Of course, like that's just
he had a good game in the SEC championship, like he did the last time they played in the SEC championship.
I ain't gonna lie,
he's nice.
I'm rooting for Alabama's downfall. I hope they
rooting for Alabama's downfall. That's crazy because I picked them to win.
I picked them to lose in the Sweet 16.
I picked them to win. I'm just I felt like that was just a smart decision to make because they're the consensus number 1.
Remember, there was this team a couple years ago that was consensus number 1, and they lost in like the first or second round.
Virginia. They lost in the first round.
No,
right?
No,
that wasn't. No, they wasn't the
consensus.
They
did, but that's not what I was talking about. Because even people.
But were they the consensus number 1 or no?
I mean, this was still before they had won like a championship, so they kind of had that like Gonzaga feel about them. Okay, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like they're like, yeah, they were the number 1 seed, but it was like, are they the real number seed? Like if they played Duke, people was gonna pick Duke. If they played Kansas, people were gonna pick Kansas. I think I don't want to say it was Baylor, but it was somebody of that sort that was like ranked real high.
Yeah.
And they lost early, and this was like 2, maybe 3 years ago. Like this was, I think Virginia lost in 2017, 2018 they lost.
Then that might have been 2018. Or it might be 2017. I don't know.
But I think it was a couple years ago, and like the favorite lost early, and it was like, dang. I think that I'm hoping that happens again because fuck out of it. I said what I said. I hope they lose in the Sweet 16. They're not gonna lose in the round of 32 and the round of 64.
They're not.
But the Sweet 16 matchup is losable. So hopefully they lose.
Did you see the reporter ask Javon Quinley that dumb question?
That is kind of crazy.
And bro was just like, crazy. No.
That was definitely crazy.
Take his credentials, man. I'm sorry. Take his credentials.
Yeah,
anyways, men's side of the tournament. I'm gonna be watching, of course. It's gonna be entertaining. You know, hey, you see I'm repping my boys, all right?
Oh yeah, I'm still watching.
We still watching. See, I'm repping my boys.
But if there's like 3 women's games or 3 men's games, I'm watching the 3 women's.
Boop boop boop.
Yeah, it's enough. It's enough people covering men's college basketball. Y'all got that. Shout out to Greg. Shout out to Carter.
Yeah. And shout out to the sleepers, man. And y'all, hey, Greg was rated way too low on that list.
Well,
never mind. It was in the 80s. No,
I ain't gonna say.
My guy's top 25 at least.
But I ain't gonna say nothing because
my guy's top 25 at least, man.
Can't mess him up.
He's AP ranking. Carter definitely should have been on the list. Carter
not being on the list. Definitely racially motivated. Definitely racially motivated.
Yeah. Day before his birthday too.
One half of the sleepers, but not the second half.
Come on now. Come on now. That's
a little sketchy.
Yeah.
And Andre Carter at 78 is crazy.
That's even crazier, yo.
Y'all tripping.
Y'all don't know ball. Y'all don't know ball. That's what I'm gonna say. Y'all don't know ball.
I feel like it's more you don't know tweets.
Yeah. Because Andre Carter really does a fantastic job at her job. It's not just basketball either. She on the gridiron too.
Facts. She everywhere.
Everywhere.
Softball field. She everywhere.
Everywhere. All right. But no, let's get back on topic.
Let's lock in.
Log in. So yeah. Men's March Madness. So yeah. No. Another plug. Most Pussy Media for always. You know, platform that you can come see us. See this. Shout out to Most Pussy Media, man. Shout out to Jacob. Jacob's been doing a good job with everything you see here. With everything. But Most Pussy Media. They are doing a bracket challenge. So y'all go tap in with that. First place, $75. Second place, $50. Go ahead, get you some money, you know. Ain't nothing wrong with free money. If you know ball, that's a free 75 or 50.
Yeah.
It's free money.
I enter myself so I can keep my money. What y'all talking about? I was mad as hell when I lost last year. I was like,
man, last year when we did that, I was like, for a while, I was like, oh, Tariq, looking like, you gonna have to keep
my money.
Somebody came out and just bump you down to like 4 or something. I was like, dang.
I was like, I feel like it was like Iowa was losing or something. Like
Iowa losing last year.
Creighton,
as early as they did.
Not only them beating Iowa, but they beat the team that was playing Iowa in the round. They beat Iowa State. And I think I had Iowa State beating Iowa. So that fucked me up. I think that's what it was. Yeah. So once Creighton beat Iowa and Iowa State, it was like, damn.
Yeah. I was about to say something crazy as that. Never mind.
But I think I had the Final Four almost right. I think I definitely had Stanford, UConn, SC, but I don't remember who the fourth was.
Okay.
So I definitely had those 3 right.
I know I found him for like a little regular. I don't know. We're gonna get into it a little later in the show. But right now we're talking about the men's side of the tournament. Like I said, we ain't got a lot of analysis, but it's gonna be fun to watch, Fun to watch future NBA prospects. Play ball. It's gonna be good basketball. I'm really interested to see what Duke does. They've had an up and down season. They play really good, but I don't know. I don't think they're gonna get all the way there. Just don't. I just don't think it's the year
for some reason.
They are, but because it's Duke. but I don't know.
Yeah,
because they got far last year. They got to the Final Four last year, but they had a better team last year, in my opinion.
Who'd y'all lose to last year?
These guys behind me, their school that they went to, school that this guy and this guy went to.
Oh, North Carolina. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. Yeah,
that was Coach K's last game.
Sure.
Damn, that's crazy. Y'all won the conference tournament though, right?
I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah.
No. I think North Carolina beat y'all there too.
Really?
But y'all won the season series. Y'all won his last home game, right?
I know he won his last game against Kentucky. I remember that though. Dang. Annoying. Anyways, bro. Back to our regular schedule program. Talking about teams that are in the tournament this year.
Why are you yelling? Kentucky in the tournament?
Okay, but you want to bring up a team that's not in the tournament. A team that was number one ranked
preseason.
No.
You did.
You want to bring up a team that was number one team preseason that struggled against College of Charleston early in the season.
Well, didn't you?
They struggled against College of Charleston. Bro, College of Charleston had them boys up against the ropes, bro. I don't care. College of Charleston boys up against the ropes. Had them boys in single digits before they started making shots or whatever, right?
So what you're saying is
they're not.
So North Carolina is better than College of Charleston?
No, because they're not in the tournament.
All right, then. So why are you going back to that? Why are you using that as an example when they won the game?
Ranked number one at the time. Now they're unranked, not in the tournament, not in NIT, sitting at home on the couch in Chapel Hill, eating their popcorn, chilling, watching the big dance.
I mean, everybody that was number one this year lost at some point. So
okay, but everybody else is in the big dance, not them.
Fair. Not Michigan.
Come on, man. Them boys are scrubs, man. They trash, man. Don't get me started on them, man. Please don't. I'm trying to stay cool. Don't get me started on them, man. Do not get me started on the North Carolina Tar Heels, dog.
You brought them up.
I don't hate much teams, but I hate the North Carolina Tar Heels.
It's many. You don't hate many teams.
I don't hate many teams, much teams, whatever. Listen, these are teams I hate. I hate any team in Boston. Any team in Boston, besides Boston College. I give Boston College a pass. My guy Earl Grant is there, right? The Boston College gets a pass.
The Red Sox is real.
Hey, you see this hat? 27. Probably 28.
How many y'all win last year?
No, but did y'all get there last year? No.
Okay.
Did y'all make the playoffs last year? Did y'all make the playoffs last year? No.
Who won one more recently?
Bro, John Carlos Stanton is your father.
Who won one more recently?
I don't care who has more.
Didn't we beat y'all in the series like 2 years ago?
I don't care who has more.
So who's father?
I don't care who has more. Answer that question, Tariq. Who has more?
Lakers fans. You sound like Celtics and Lakers fans.
Who has more?
You sound like Celtics and Lakers fans. Who has more since 1999?
You still haven't asked my question.
Who has more since 1999?
Who has more?
Who has more since 1999?
Who has more in general?
Who has more since 1999, the year you were born? Who has more?
No, because you try to discount the other two. That was before I was born.
Who has more?
You try to discount Derek Jeter's legacy, bro. I don't like that. You know that.
Give a fuck about a Derek Jeter. I'm talking about me and your legacy. I'm talking about me and your legacy.
Can we get back to the topic?
You talk about Boston.
Tariq,
you talk about Boston.
Mr. McDowell. Can we get back to the topic? Boston. Coach T. Coach T. Can we get back to the topic? You get back to the topic. But yeah. So, hate Boston teams and I hate UNC.
I didn't bring up North Carolina. That was you.
Okay, I did. But I brought up the fact that they were whack and how they were preseason ranked number one. Had that Sports Illustrated cover where they were recreating the cover from the 80s or whatever. Trying to compare whatever. Everybody thought they were going back to the national championship. Just for them not even make the tournament. So embarrassing. So embarrassing.
Shit happens.
Yeah. But other than that, it should be a good tournament, man. There's gonna be a lot of good basketball being played in the next couple of weeks. Especially this weekend, next weekend. Definitely next weekend. Next weekend is going to be the weekend to really tune in. Yes. Sweet 16 weekend is the best weekend. Sweet 16 weekend and Sweet 16 Elite 8 weekend, best weekend to tune in. Best weekend to tune in. But let's get into the women's side. All right.
Yeah. Lock in. Let's lock in.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
So, let's see. Let's look. So, see, this year they done changed things up, and there's 2 regions. You got Greenville region, which we will be there for.
Yeah.
We will be in the building to watch the Greenville region next weekend. But yeah, Greenville region and Seattle region. I like how they got East and West well represented. But
UConn should be on the east side, bro.
Definitely be the East Coast, yes. But you see,
Virginia Tech.
You know where the bias is at? But UConn over on the West. You know who's in Seattle? Susan. Let me say, why did I call her Susan?
That boy says Susan.
Oh man, I'm bugging. I've been waiting to pod. I haven't pod since last Sunday, bro. I've been waiting to pod.
Susan Birdie.
I've been waiting to pod. But yeah, Queen Zone.
Why the fuck she throw it so early?
The Queen of Queens.
She threw a half court shot with 6 seconds left.
You watching the first 4 games?
Don't. Oh, you just made yourself sound like a real casual. That's crazy.
Oh man,
this 11-11 matchup. They can win their matchup.
No, that's a fact. No, who you watching them?
Illinois, Mississippi State.
Okay, cool. Andre, shut up.
Illinois and Mississippi State could definitely get Creighton. I got Creighton going to the Sweet 16, but they can get Creighton. It's a winnable game. I mean, it's the tournament. Any game, well, not any game is winnable, but almost any game is winnable. I say any game, but South Carolina's game is winnable.
Yeah, anybody being in the game, South Carolina, bro.
But y'all gonna be interested to see who I got winning the championship.
Spoiler alert: I ain't gonna be South Carolina.
I feel like I haven't picked South Carolina to win the championship the last 3 years. At least
I don't think you did ever.
Because I picked Stanford back to I picked Stanford 2 years ago when they won.
I mean, somebody gotta, be. I don't say. There gotta be some difference, because everybody know I'm gonna pick South Carolina.
Last year I did 3 brackets. I did UConn in 1, SC in 1, and Stanford in 1. This year I only did 1 real bracket. And I'm not telling y'all who I picked yet.
All right, so let's get into it though. Greenville got Greenville 1, Greenville 2, Seattle 1, Seattle 2, right?
Mm-hmm. Seattle 3, Seattle 4.
Yeah. So look, first round matchups. I'm just asking you, Tariq. What first round matchup excites you the most? Whether that's a matchup or whether that's a player that's playing, what first round game are you canceling everything for?
Canceling everything for?
Putting your phone on do not disturb, getting locked into the television.
I mean, I'm watching all of them. I think there could be some upsets. That's an understatement. I think some of them may not particularly be, I feel like Drake could possibly get Louisville.
Drake?
Yeah, I think the ACC teams that struggle to score could end up getting bounced early because if you play a team that gets hot, it's over. I feel like Princeton could get NC State. They just got to score enough points. They got to be able to they don't generate a whole lot of points. They only have 1 player that scores double, or they got 2 players that score double figures, and that's it. So they kind of they struggle from the 3-point line. So it's if you're gonna make an upset, you need to be a Creighton type team who's gonna hit 10 plus threes, and that gives you 30 points right there. And in women's college basketball with less possessions, depending on the team's slow paced games, 60 points, 65, 70 points could get you a win. So teams like Louisville, who struggle to score at times, they could lose. I think FSU and Georgia is a really good matchup. I think Tanaya Latson can do her thing. I think what's the girl name? She played at Diamond Battles. She can do her thing for Georgia. I think that's a good matchup. I think Alabama and Baylor is also a good matchup. I think Alabama gets that one in the upset. I think SEC. I think the SEC has their conference was not as good as it has been in the past, but I feel like once it gets to this point, you got to trust them. Ole Miss, Gonzaga. I feel like that's going to be a really good matchup. because Ole Miss, like Coach Yo, she's gonna have them ready. I love Coach Yo, man. I got them going to the next round simply because of her. I just think, she's gonna have them ready to play. I love her press conferences. I love the way she coaches. I love her philosophy. I just think she's gonna have a lot to do. I think Middle Tennessee State will beat Colorado in an 11-6 matchup. That'll be an upset. I think South Dakota State beats Southern California. I think that's a bit of a type Creighton, Iowa type of matchup from last year in terms of shooting. Like when it comes to March, if there's teams that can shoot the ball well and defend enough, they can win at least 2 games and get to the Sweet 16. And that's what happens a lot of times is you either have a player that can really, really create for themselves and for the other players on the team, or you have teams that got like 4 or 5 shooters on the team where you can't leave off anybody. And if you do, everybody on the team can hit 2 or 3 threes. And by the time you look up, you're like, oh shit, we down 6. Now we feel like we got to jack up threes. You miss one, they come down, make one. Now they up 9. Like it's kind of like the Warriors. Like the Warriors started beating teams because they were hitting timely threes. They weren't forcing threes. They were hitting timely threes. Teams couldn't keep up with it. They end up losing games. If you get on a roll, like I say this, I've been saying this all season. I said this in the past season. An 8-0 run, besides against a team like South Carolina, 8-0 run could be the end of the game. So all you really need is 1 or 2 small runs. If you can get a piece like Creighton was just they were there, a couple of threes, now they up. Now they got all the momentum. Everybody looking around like, why the fuck are we losing to this team? Like, that's how shit happens. Like Iowa wasn't supposed to lose last year. They were supposed to play South Carolina at some point, so they had the Aaliyah Boston versus Caitlin Clark matchup. We still ain't gonna get that this year because Iowa not making it before. But that's just me though. I mean, they put them on the opposite side of the bracket, so how the fuck they gonna get there? They either got to beat Stanford, and then they're not beating Stanford. Arizona, West Virginia should be a good game. Oklahoma and Portland. Oklahoma could lose that game. They don't play a lot of defense. Miami, Oklahoma State could be a good matchup. I got Miami pulling the upset there. Yeah, I mean, it's a good matchup. I'm excited for the round of 32 potential matchups.
Yeah,
because definitely. It's crazy. Like when you really think about it, it's like, okay, like the first round, certain teams are supposed to win. But when you think about it, it's the 60 best teams in the country. So it's not just like, oh, they're supposed to automatically win this. The women's game has so much more parity than it was 5 years ago. Like in 2017, 2018, when UConn was coming towards their fall off, and I wouldn't say fall off, just like towards them not winning the national championship every year by 30 plus. I think the last time we beat Syracuse by like 40 in the championship game when they had Brittany Sykes in them. And, then we lost to Morgan Williams at the buzzer, and then we lost to Enrique at the buzzer, and then we lost another game in the Final Four or Elite Eight. Like, the teams that are ranked like 7, 8 seeding wise, they're better than you think. So it's like Arizona is a 7 seed. Arizona's a good team. Like they got pretty much the same team from last year. It's not all that much different. Like that's a good team. If Notre Dame is healthy, that's a good team. They're a 3 seed. But if they're not healthy, they can end up losing to a team like Creighton. And Creighton could find their way in there again. And then they can get a good matchup in the Sweet 16 and they find themselves in the Elite 8. So you would think like, damn, that's kind of crazy. But really it's not. Because I'm pretty sure if they beat Notre Dame in the round of 32, hypothetically, they would play hypothetically either Arizona or Maryland. Arizona's a 7 seed, so a 6-7 seed, a 6-7 matchup. Creighton should be the favorites in that matchup. They play a Maryland team. If Maryland has an off game, doesn't play their best basketball, and Creighton does, they move on. It's just like once you get to the round of 32, it brings it down even more because there's 25 ranked teams in basketball. So if you think about it, it's every team that's ranked is playing against each other, and there are 7 teams right on the outside of that is still competing too. Because the real like, all right, you should win this matchup are the 1-16s, 2-15s. After that, probably 3-14s too. After that, the games get closer. Like the gap between teams is closer. Like Villanova and Cleveland State, Villanova should win it, but I wouldn't be shocked if they lost because if Maddie Segrist has a bad game, their tournament is over. And that's not saying she will. I'm just saying if she does, season's over. Like NC State, like they're 7, they're playing Princeton. You would think, oh, they playing Princeton, they should win that. They got to score. They've been struggling to score, and if Diamond not playing, who do you rely on to create shots and get their own bucket? I don't know, man. But Washington State, FGCU, like last year, Florida Gulf Coast beat Virginia Tech. Nobody saw that shit coming. Like, hey, it is what it is. I'm very excited for the round of 32 matchups because obviously, like the round 1 matchups are like the start, and like you see like the Cinderella teams first, get their wins and everything like that. And the first 4, like thinking about the first 4 is like, yeah, like it's like, oh, it's first 4. But the thing is, they get to play a game in the stadium that they're playing in the next day or a day 2 later. So Illinois and Mississippi State is playing in Notre Dame's stadium right now. They're playing a game right now. They win. They have momentum. They have a rhythm in that gym. And then they play Creighton, who hasn't played in that gym. This is the first time they play in that gym. They already got a rhythm. They already got momentum. So they could easily go in there and sneak and get a win against Creighton. And people will be like, damn, that's an upset. But really, it's like the cards were in their favor if you really look at it. So it really just depends. Like, I don't know. And then you gotta think about like where teams are playing. If it's a home game, like UCLA, Oklahoma is a good game, but UCLA gets they get the home court. If it's a neutral site, it's a whole different ball game. But since some of these teams get the home site in the round of 32, it turns out to be like, all right, Notre Dame, they playing Creighton, they should win at home. But if they don't got Olivia Miles, which they still haven't said, if they don't got Olivia Miles, then I don't know. I think they get past the first round, but I don't think they get out the round of 32 without Olivia.
Yeah, no, it'd definitely be tough for Olivia because of how much of an impact she has on the game in general for Notre Dame. And I mean, they're still able to like, withstand and be good without her, but they're still without her and they're without Darren
They
Mabry.
absolutely have talent. And exactly. Darren Mabry's out too, so that's another point guard.
Yeah.
So Sonia's got to play the point guard. KK's got to step in.
Injuries hit them at the wrong time, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Darren's out for the season regardless of when her injury happens. But Olivia getting injured in the tournament, the conference, or right before the conference tournament, was a huge blow. Like,
not the time for that.
Or might have, yeah. Like, if she was gonna get hurt, you need to have an early in the season, AG flood type situation so that she could come back for the tournament. Not this. I mean, this. We still don't know if she's gonna play or not. They still haven't said anything. Still up in the air whether or not she plays. But I think if you're confident enough in your team to beat Southern Utah at home, you can sit her. You can leave her on the bench, give her another game, or give her another day to get right, and then suit her up against Creighton.
Yeah, I wouldn't say rush her back.
Yeah, if she's not healthy, don't play her at all. Save her for next season. Save her for the next 2 seasons.
She still got 2 more seasons left.
Yeah, at least 2 more seasons.
At least
she could pull a who was it? Rakia Jackson and take her name out of the thing and take her COVID year or take her eligibility year that she had from transferring from Mississippi State. So, Rakia Jackson was supposed to be a top 5, 6 pick in the draft this year. She chose not to. And everybody's saying like, oh, there's going to be 4 top 4 picks next year or top 1 picks this year. Paige could say, hey, I didn't get to do all the things I want to do in college and stay and then come in with AZ, or Caitlin could do that, or Angel Reese. Like, any of them could be like, yo, I'm going to stay another year. Like, it just depends. But yeah, I think Notre Dame, if she's not healthy, you sit her, you let her, rehab all summer, get stronger, get better for next season. And Notre Dame is going to keep getting better. Like, their best players are young, so like you've got time. Like, Maddie Westbeld will probably come back another year. Kylie Watson will be back. Darren Mabry, I'm not sure about her eligibility off the top of the head, but Sonia Citron will be back. KK Bransford's another year, or has got a year in. Prosper's got a year in. Like, they've got young players coming in. They got freshmen coming in next year. Notre Dame's gonna be good for the next 5-10 years. I mean,
oh yeah, they're building something
Ivy's doing a
special in
great
South
job.
Bend. She's building something special in South Bend for sure.
Facts. Which
I'm glad that she's seeing the success that. Yeah, I'm glad that she's seeing the success that she saw being Notre Dame's head coach so far. Yeah, I don't think anybody else would have been. I don't want to say that, but like, she's just showing that she's here and she's next up, and she's the next to have. I want to say not a powerhouse, but like just another good system in women's college basketball, man. So shout out to Nia Ivory and the terrific job she's done in South Bend with Notre Dame women's basketball this year and previous years as well, just with this whole group. Definitely gonna be hard for them. It's just, I don't know, it's a lot to watch out for in this tournament, man. A lot of things you hit on. All right. So Caitlin Clark, America's favorite point guard. How far do you think she can take Iowa? Because you said they're not making it to the Final Four, being that they would have to get through Stanford probably if they make it that far, which it's possible, and it's more likely that they'll make it that far, but they'll have to go through Stanford, and to be honest, don't think they'll beat Stanford. But
they would play their Sweet 16 matchup ain't easy either.
Yeah.
The only thing I would say about Duke is their lack of scoring.
Yeah.
Like, if they have a game like they had against Virginia Tech, they have no chance against Iowa. Their defense can be, your defense can be as good as it is, but you need to be able to score in the tournament to win games. So Duke and Iowa is a good Sweet 16 matchup, but Duke's got to be able to score.
Yeah. Because I remember that game against North Carolina. That game was in the 40s in the ACC tournament. That game was in the 40s.
Yeah.
You got someone that drops 30 on any given game. Can't afford that. But yeah, no, they I just know because last couple of years, so freshman year, they ran into UConn. Last year, lost to Creighton in what, round of 32? Or was that? That was first round.
Yeah.
So yeah, hasn't got past second round since she's been in college. But I don't know. This year they look a little different. They look a little better than previous years. So I mean, I could see them get to the Sweet 16 at least.
Yeah, she got to the Sweet 16 her freshman year when they played UConn.
Oh, that was Sweet 16 when they played them. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was early for some reason.
But then the year after, obviously last year they lost in the first game to Creighton because then Creighton played Iowa State round of 32 and then played South Carolina in the Sweet 16 when Iowa was supposed to beat Creighton, had the game against Iowa State, and I think they had won the game earlier that season that they played because Iowa and Iowa State play almost every year. And they were supposed to play South Carolina with Aaliyah Boston, Caitlin Clark, National Player of the Year debate going on. And then obviously that didn't happen. So for it to happen this year, Iowa would have to beat Southeastern Louisiana, which they should do. Then they would have to beat, I want to say, Florida State. Let me see. Yeah, Florida State would be their potential matchup. They could play Florida State or Georgia, which could give them some problems. Again, Florida State would have to score enough points to stay in the game. Iowa is one of those teams where if the role players get hot, they can absolutely make it to a Final Four. Like if their shooters are making shots, plus Caitlin Clark's output, it's gonna be very hard to beat them in a single game elimination. But on the same hand, if those players aren't doing the things that they were doing in the Big Ten tournament, and they play a game like they played against Maryland where everybody struggled and it was only Caitlin Clark that really did anything, and even she struggled in that game, then that's when you would see them lose early and possibly lose to a Duke. Then their Elite Eight matchup would be potentially Stanford. I don't see them beating Stanford. I think Stanford is too deep and too talented. I think their defense, they would find a way defensively. You either have to give up what you're giving up to Caitlin Clark, or you have to hone in on everybody else. Okay, so you can't let Monica Zanano, you can't let all the shooters get their shots and Caitlin get hers. You have to choose whether you're going to live with the other shooters shooting their shots and whether or not they make them, or if you're going to let Caitlin Clark do her thing and lock down everything else. It's kind of like the LeBron thing. You can let LeBron get 50, or you let him get 30 and 15 assists. So it's at that point, it's up to you. And I think Tara Vanderveer would be able to find a way to control that matchup. But we'll just have to see. The game's played on the court, not on paper. So Caitlin Clark has been on a roll. I mean, that Big Ten tournament, she was playing out of her mind. So she very well could end up beating a team like Stanford and playing in the Final Four. I'm pretty sure they would play UConn. That would potentially be a matchup. They could play a UConn. They could play Ohio State, which they just beat. So, you know, that type. They could play Virginia Tech, Tennessee. So if they can get past Stanford, you know, obviously that would put them in the Final Four. And there's nothing you can say about Caitlin Clark then. I mean, obviously she wants to go all the way and finish it out, but I just don't think there's enough talent on the team around her for them to make that type of run. I think they definitely get past the Sweet 16. I think the Elite Eight is where they would bow out. I think Stanford is has too much talent in terms of Cam Brink, Haley Jones, Hannah Jump. There's just too much talent on the other side and the experience factor. I mean, Iowa, they've been together for the last 2 years at least, at the very least, been about the same team, but they don't necessarily have the experience. You have the experience of losing to UConn, sure, but then the next year you came back and you lost in the first round. So it's like, what experience are you basing this off of? Like the Big Ten tournament is, you're playing the same team that you played twice already. So it really just depends on, it's going to depend on the role players, because Caitlin Clark is going to be great regardless. I think she's going to light up the scoreboard. She's going to light up the box score like she normally does, but it's going to come down to the others. I think that's same can be said for a team like Virginia Tech. I think Elizabeth Kitley would play really well, but they're also a team that lost in the first round last year. So, like, they don't necessarily have the experience to go off of either. Like, they just won their ACC championship, and they look very good. Like, they look very good. I have pretty high expectations for them, but you got to think about when they play a team like Tennessee, like, do they have enough bodies to keep up with Rakia Jackson and Jordan Horston? That I'm not sure about. So you gotta look at like the individual matchups just as much as you look at a team matchup. Like, there's a lot of things that go into whether or not Iowa can make the Final Four. I don't think they play a good enough defense either. I think defense is a struggle for them. Not saying they play terrible defense. I just, against top teams, I don't think their defense is going to hold up. So yeah, but we'll just have to see. I mean, this is all just prediction based. This is potential based. Like, we never know what can happen. Shoot, Iowa can end up winning the whole fucking thing, and we'll all be looking crazy. Like, damn, didn't see that shit coming. But hey, crazier things have happened. March Madness is a time where if you're the best player on the floor, the best player in the country, you have a good chance at winning the championship. Arike, when I don't know if people want to say she was the best player in the country, but she got hot and she hit 2 game winners to win a national championship, Final Four national championship game. So it is what it is. I mean, you gotta just take you got to take everything with a grain of salt. I mean, on paper, everything looks like, oh, it's supposed to be this way, but you never know. But the round of 32 matchups, they look like they're going to be really, really interesting. I think an Iowa State and Tennessee matchup. I like how that looks. I think Iowa State is another team that is lacking in the physical defensive department. Emily Ryan is a good player. Lexi Donarski is a good player. Obviously, Ashley Jones is really good. They lost Stephanie Suarez to a torn ACL beginning of the season. She would have been huge in this setting, especially if you have a matchup against a team like Tennessee where Jordan Horston and Rakia Jackson do most of the work inside the paint. That's when you would want somebody that is 6'8" and can block shots and can step out, shoot the three, and do all the things that Stephanie Suarez can do. I think Iowa State definitely give them a game, but I feel like physically they'll get worn down. They won't have enough physically to keep up with players like Horston and Rakia Jackson. But at the same time, Tennessee's role players will have to step up because Tennessee, when they played LSU and South Carolina in the tournament, it was 95% Rakia Jackson and Jordan Horston. So, and there's a lot of coaches out here that struggle or that focus on defense. So, if they can find a way to get at least one of them to struggle, then Iowa State can move on because Iowa State can shoot the ball. They can shoot the three ball at a high level. So, you never know what can happen. I think Tennessee wins, but Iowa State for sure has a chance. And it's a 5-4 matchup. It's not like it's a 10-4 matchup or a 12-4 matchup. Like Iowa State could absolutely move on and then end up playing Virginia Tech, and that would be a great matchup as well. I think that's a better matchup for Iowa State in terms of physicality and shooting and defense wise. Like I think that's a better matchup for Iowa State. So if they can get by Tennessee, they can end up in the Elite Eight. I'm very curious to see how Virginia Tech does, considering they lost in the first round last year. How Georgia A. Moore plays off of her Big Ten or ACC tournament. Sorry, she had a crazy ACC tournament. So if she can stay hot the way she was, hitting step back threes in the corner and all the shots off the dribble, off the screen that she was hitting, she can hit those. And Keanu Traylor can hit her shots. You know, I would say the sky is the limit, but they can make a push. They can make it very interesting. In Seattle 3 bracket.
Yeah.
Texas is another one. I think Texas has a lot of really good players, and their defense is a thing that Vic Schaefer's defense is a thing that has gotten his teams far when they went to the championship game at Mississippi State with Morgan Williams when they beat us in the Final Four and then ended up going to the national championship. I think Vic Schaefer's had a defense the last probably 7-8 years that has gotten his teams far, and they beat Stanford last year, so it's not completely out of the realm. But I really think Stanford. I think they don't like how they lost in the Final Four last year. I think they had higher expectations for themselves. They pretty much everybody came back from last year, so minus the whole sisters and Anna Wilson, but they brought in some young players that have gained experience throughout the year playing in the Pac-12. So I think the young players have taken that step that they need to take in order to win a championship. So I'm interested to see how well Stanford comes out of the gate, and if they try to, obviously the first round matchup for the 1 seed should be blowouts, but the round of 32 matchup for Stanford, South Dakota State or not South Dakota State, sorry. I don't think I wrote it down. Ole Miss versus Stanford. I think they should win that game pretty handily, but I think Ole Miss could give them some problems physicality wise. So it'll be interesting to see how well Stanford can handle all that. Where's Olivia Miles? We'll see if she got a boot on or something. Not a boot, a brace on.
No, remember? Did you see the selection show when they showed the camera on Notre Dame? And they were talking some, watch out for a boot. I was like, dang.
Yeah.
Like, what they gonna do? Why they gonna do Olivia like that, man? And they hit Olivia perfectly too, to where like you can't see like you can see like the top of her kneecap. So like you can't really even see she got a boot on. It's just like she's sitting there chilling behind somebody, and it's like, all right, like that person chair in front of her is blocking the view of her foot.
So it's like on purpose. Smart.
It's like
because they weren't trying to say, because if Notre Dame said, all right, Olivia Miles is out for the season, Notre Dame could have easily been pushed to like a 5 seed, and then they'd be playing instead of playing. Let's see, where's Notre Dame? They're in Greenville. No, they're not. Are they in Greenville?
Oh, that's a tough shot.
Instead of playing Southern Utah, they're playing Portland. Portland's a better team than Southern Utah, so that's a team that you could lose to in the first round. So it really just depends.
Like they looking out for their chances here. You know, they want to have the best chance. You know, they don't want to play against tougher opponents till later, obviously. And of course, higher seeds.
And you want to play at home.
The lower opponents.
And you want to play at home. So
that too.
You don't want to play in somebody else's stage if you have the chance to play in your own.
Mississippi State cooking right now, yo.
Yeah, they really are.
Mississippi State cooking.
I thought Illinois was gonna win. To be honest, I'm not even gonna hold you. But y'all know me. I've been talking about Adalia McKenzie all season, so she's gonna be back. She's gonna be back. She's gonna be even better next year. She's gonna be another name to watch out for in the coming years in the WNBA mock drafts and things like that. She's gonna be a really good pro. She just lost the ball, but she's gonna be a really good pro one
day. So first weekend.
Give me 3 matchups that you're looking forward to in the first weekend.
3 matchups I'm looking forward to in the first weekend. All right.
Or it could be potential matchups. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be like a for sure is gonna happen.
Because I'm just looking at my bracket right now, seeing what I picked. Oh no, I mean, I guess first round gives me the chance to watch teams that I haven't been able to watch all season for whatever reason, like West Coast teams, because I don't got Pac-12 network or I don't got, or I just ain't stay up to watch them, or whatever the case was, But that's why I like the NCAA tournament, because it gives you a chance to watch all these teams. So I mean, UCLA, it's gonna be a team I want to watch. They got some good girls in their squad. Kiki Rice has been pretty good this year from what I've heard. And then they also got Charisma Osborne, which is also someone else has been good, who I've heard. So me more so just me watching to see what's been going on. Y'all know I'm not as tapped in as Tariq, but y'all know I'm tapped in. All right, so it's like boom, I get to watch full display how some of these teams are. But I've been doing my research, so there's that. But of course Notre Dame, but that all depends on if Olivia Miles is playing or not. I hate that. I hate that it depends on that, because I mean, Olivia Miles is one of my favorite players, if not my favorite player in college basketball right now. But I don't know. Like we still mentioned, like they're still going through injuries. But they still have a solid team with who they have available. Definitely want to see UConn. Definitely want to see Duke. Definitely want to see. I think the 8 and 9 matchups would intrigue me really, because those can go either way on both sides. I mean, it's always you got the 8 and 9 matchups, or like the 4 or 5 anything that's close like that. 2 teams that are like kind of evenly matched, but one edge the other by for whatever reason. Those are good games, and those should be like just good matchups because of what's at stake, and because it's the level of competition that they both are, like both two, they're more evenly matched. It's not like a 1 against a 16 where South Carolina is gonna beat Norfolk State
there you go
by like 30.
More than 30, respectfully.
Probably. I was being generous there.
They beat them by 50.
Nah, listen, me and my dad was low key tripping, and we was like watching Selection Sunday, and it was like, yeah, we about to lose to South Carolina. I was like, man.
No, that's the crazy part about.
I was like, yeah, we about to get blown out by UConn. And I was like, bro.
Yeah, that's the crazy part about Selection Sunday. Is like they're all excited, but then they realize
forgetting then, and it's like,
South Carolina.
Oh, we're playing against the National Player of the Year.
Yeah,
we're playing against the best team in the country.
Like, but oh shit, I gotta guard Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, got a game plan for.
I ain't trying to be on nobody's Sports Center highlight.
Whoever, yeah, no. Got a game plan for Angel Reese while trying to finish a semester.
No, did you see who they playing? They're playing Hawaii. Did you see when they put LSU versus Hawaii? Did you see what Hawaii was doing?
What's Hawaii doing?
They was doing the Angel Reese TikTok dance.
Oh, they doing Angel Reese.
They did the whole dance.
Listen, man. If I'm Angel Reese, if I'm scored and one, I'm doing some type of hula dancing after a bucket.
No, that's crazy.
Pre-game tunnel pull out with a grass skirt from Party City.
Not Party City.
I'm pretty sure they got Party Cities in Greenville. Matter of fact, we might just have to hit one.
Oh damn! I didn't even realize we were gonna see Angel Reese. That's crazy.
Yeah. No, all right. So like, I don't know. I'm gonna be pulling forward. All right, so I'm gonna be pulling forward the people I want to see in the Greenville bracket in the Sweet 16. Absolutely. Obviously, so it's like, obviously, I want to see Villanova. Want to see LSU. I don't want to say obviously about Villanova. I want to see. I don't know. I just want to see good talent. You know,
Maddie Secrets.
Yes. And I'll be like, all right, word. I got to see her play live. Like that excites me about college basketball. It's just basketball in general. Getting able to see certain people live. So yeah, Maddie Segrist, LSU, seeing Angel Reese, and seeing what I didn't get to see when they came to South Carolina, basically. Under different circumstances, because they won't be playing South Carolina. Flaw J, yeah. That slam cover tough too.
Big Bo.
But yeah, definitely see how Duke plays this year in the tournament.
Yeah.
You know, Kara Lawson, I ain't gonna say she knew Coach K, but she has been making an impact since she's been at Duke. So I don't think we can give it a Coach K title. Coach Kara, though. Coach Kara putting in work. Who else is there? Notre Dame, I already mentioned. Maryland's gonna be good. Louisville. I really want to see how Louisville competes in the tournament this year. Texas is gonna be tough. Said Duke, Iowa. We already talked about Caitlin Clark. There's not anybody else really. I don't know. I just want to see how well the top teams. So like not just the 1 seeds, but like 1 through I guess 3 seeds, how they perform early on, and see how good these teams are in comparison to like everybody else in the field, or just why they're 2 seed, why they're 3 seed. UConn, obviously, I want to see how they perform. I think they'll be fun. I think they'll be good. I think they'll make it to the Final Four.
I think AZ coming back really changed everything for us.
Yeah.
I think without AZ, oh my God. Without AZ, I would have been worried about the Sweet 16 game. And that's no disrespect. I think even like still the Sweet 16, like Ohio State is no slouch. We'll have to play our best, like we'll have to play a really good game, our best brand of basketball to beat Ohio State.
Yeah.
But with AZ Fudd, I'm not as worried as I would be if we were playing.
Yeah. That definitely takes some pressure off of things.
And this isn't even like 100% AZ Fudd. This is just like she could still come out and give you 12 off the bench.
Yeah.
That you weren't gonna get if she wasn't playing.
Yeah, I think the biggest round of 32 matchup that I'm looking forward to, or some of the biggest, I think the potential matchup between Louisville and in Texas would be crazy.
That would be a very good defensive matchup.
Yep. I think that'll be a good game. I'm thinking
Oklahoma, UCLA is gonna be very high scoring. If they
yeah.
play, it's no defense played by either team.
No.
They putting up 80, 90 points.
Yeah.
Oklahoma putting up 80, 90 for sure. UCLA just got to keep up.
Yeah, I just want to see. I don't know. I just want to see how all the teams perform. See what happens. See what moments happen. Really, and that's what March is for. March is for the moments. You know. I mean, it's hard to call upsets. I know it's gonna be a couple upsets. I know my bracket's gonna get busted, but
birthday.
But I know that that's the fun in it. You know. I only made one bracket this year. One for the men's, one for the women's. And I think I'm gonna keep it that way. I was gonna make another bracket live on air just now, but I'm like, I don't know. Then again, by the time you're hearing this, I might have made another bracket. But at the moment, I only have one bracket for both the men's and the women's. I ain't got time to be. Oh, I got this. No, I'm just trying to lessen more. I mean, not lessen more. Bring back some more. Yeah, just
like,
not like
if you do
just not be involved in too much. Just take a step back, you know.
You're gonna be like, damn, I fucked up in this bracket. I fucked up in this bracket. Instead of paying attention to the games, like, damn, that was
just
crazy.
one bracket, you know.
Like,
you know, I don't know.
Stars?
Listen, the president makes one bracket. The president makes one bracket. The whatchamacallits, the experts make one bracket.
Yep.
I don't know. My days of being a quote unquote fan kind of over, you know? It's like I'm entrenched in this now, you know? I mean, I'm still a fan of teams, players, whatever.
That boy said he's like, media now. He ain't no fan.
We gotta take it to another level, man. So it's just, I don't know. It's fun in it, but it's time to step up.
Different now.
Yeah.
Different now.
Yeah.
It's a different breed now.
Yeah. But
I don't know then.
Dang, what I was gonna ask you though. I had a question. I was gonna ask you about a certain topic or something in general. Dang. It was something, it wasn't like funny, but it was like something that was like, I don't know, man. It was something.
Was it about a specific, like, what teams do I wish was in Greenville or something like that?
No, it wasn't. I don't think it was anything pertaining to that. It was basketball related for sure. I don't know. I might have got distracted by the whole Hawaii injuries thing.
So was it about one of them teams? Like, was it about LSU? Selection Sunday, South Carolina. One matchup.
Sunday. No.
Because we was talking about how they was laughing. They said,
I don't think
we
I
get to play.
I don't think I talked about. Well, I don't think we talked about South Carolina that much. I think that's what it was. And about
What's
how.
Up?
So I mean, not really much to talk about South Carolina because it's well understood that they're the top team, best team in the country. Undefeated season, haven't lost since the SEC tournament last year. The SEC final last year, I should say. The SEC championship game last year. Haven't lost since then. And they lost on a buzzer beater too. So, haven't lost since then. Looking to repeat for the first time in program history. And I feel like they will repeat. I just don't see anybody really beating this team the way Dawn Staley's coached the team this year. And the group that she has this year, it's a group like no other. I'm holding off on the comparisons to the 2017 squad. I'm really holding off on comparisons, bro. I'm holding off on comparisons. They gotta win it. If they go back to back, we can give them that crown. But I don't know, they just gotta win it, man. I mean, and they have everything to do so. They got the depth, they got size, they got defense, they got offense, they got whatever you need. I mean, they haven't lost a game this year. They literally haven't lost a game in 365 days. Number one team. And yeah, man, I can't wait to see them in action, man. Like I said, I feel like they're just gonna steamroll everybody to the cup, to the chip. They really were just dominant, man. Like it kind of reminds me of, like UConn's dominance, like a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. Not all the way, but just a little bit. You know, they got a long way to go to get there, but they're well on their way to getting there. They win. This is their third. This would be their third in what, 6 years? Yeah, be their third in 6 years, which probably should have been coming up on their fourth in 6 years.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, you know, tell them about 2020. I don't know, man. They gotta do something about that. That's crazy, man. What else about 2020 are so crazy to even think about and talk about? That's a fun subject to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they ain't no telling what would have happened that year. But all in all, it's gonna be a good tournament. It's gonna be a great tournament. Best time of the year is here. You got basketball at the highest form. You got March Madness, both men's and women's. You got last stretch of home stretch, I should say. My fault. Got home stretch of the NBA season heading into the playoffs. It's quality basketball being played all over. Because listen, games from the games since the All-Star break have been top tier. You got Steph talking this ish again.
It's not 2014 anymore.
Bro. I was like,
don't lie. You ain't tell one lie.
I was like, dang. And then they posted a reel. I was like, Steph said it's not 2014 anymore. And then they posted Chris Paul in 2014, beating the Warriors, cooking them. Because, yeah, 2014, yeah, that was right before Warriors started winning championships, yes.
Yeah.
And they were losing to the Clippers.
Yeah, they lost in the 2014 playoffs, man.
Yep.
That's when the rivalry was supposed to start.
I mean, it was always kind of a rivalry, but then it's like, all right, then Blake Griffin left or whatever, and then it kind of wasn't a rivalry anymore.
It wasn't a rivalry because they only won one time.
Yeah.
And then they never even got to playoff matchups with them. They was losing to the Rockets.
Exactly. So I mean, I don't know, man. Rivalries is, I don't know. It's weird. Like it just be by chance sometimes that teams don't really meet up that often in the playoffs. Like the last rivalry I really remember outside of Cleveland and Golden State, like same conference rivalry. Only rivalry I really remember would be Boston, Miami, or Miami and Indiana. Those are rivalries, man. Like every year they would meet in the playoffs. Every year it would be crazy. I mean, it was one-sided rivalries, both of them, but they still Boston and Indiana gave that Big Three Miami squad the most trouble while they were in Miami.
Yeah.
Trying to think of what else. Yeah, I really can't remember what I was gonna say regarding something, but it's whatever at this point. Dang, what was I gonna say, bro? I hate that. I should have wrote it down. I don't think I wanted to interrupt you. That's probably why I didn't say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, good hoops.
I'm curious to see what stars are made, what stars have their March moment. Like, does Olivia Miles play and have her, even though she had a triple double in the tournament last year, does she have her star moment and get to an Elite 8? Mm-hmm. Does Caitlin Clark have her star moment? Like, she's had her star moment, does she have her March moment? Mm-hmm. Her moment that people are going to look back at, like, all right, the regular season stats are great. But when it came to March and April, was she there at the end? What does she do in these moments? She's going to have another game winner in a big game in a tournament. You know, is Aaliyah Boston going to steamroll through again? Is Haley Jones going to have 2021 Final Four most outstanding player type of tournament again? Diamond Miller, is she going to put her name in the hat? Like, hey, I'm here. Been here. Like, pay attention. I should be the second pick in the draft. Like, whatever you're looking for. I mean, Charisma Osborne, like, Kiki Rice, like, do they have their moment? obviously, I mean, I don't see them beating South Carolina in the Sweet 16, but they did give South Carolina a really good game earlier in the season. So I'm not completely ruling it out because they had a great game. And very well, they had them on the ropes multiple times. Just the last 4 minutes, they were taking some crazy ass shots.
Yeah.
And South Carolina was just, we're gonna go down and we're gonna get our best shot. We're gonna go down. We're gonna get the ball in the post. If we miss a shot, we can get the offensive rebound. We're gonna lay that shit back up. Maddie Segrist, does she have her superstar March moment? Haley Van Lith, she needs one.
Yeah.
She's been. I'm not saying that she's been bad at all.
No.
Like, not at all has she been bad. But she's kind of got into the, like, she's still going to be a top 10 pick in her draft. But when she came in that college, she was in the same conversation as Paige, Cameron, Angel. She was, when she came in, she was probably ahead of Caitlin Clark.
Honestly, yeah.
So, can she have her moment? Like, hey, I'm like that. I do this. Like, like Alyssa Peely for Utah. Like, she's been up for National Player of the Year conversations, but people haven't really been like, we're not. People ain't staying up at 10:30 on the East Coast, or people don't have Pac-12, so you can't really see it. Mackenzie Holmes, Grace Berger, do they have their big moment? They played well last year. I'm pretty sure they ended up losing to UConn in the Sweet 16, and then UConn ended up beating NC State. But Jordan Horston and Rakia Jackson, they have their star moment. Elizabeth Kitley. Yeah, man, it's just Ashley Jones, Deja Kelly. There's a lot of talent. There's a lot of star power in this tournament, and I'm very curious to see, like, Rory Harmon. A couple of years ago, really made her name in the tournament style. Like, let's ramp it up. Let's see what players can take this pressure and put it into a diamond and show, like, hey, this is who I am. This is what you're gonna have to see for the next however many years, whether it be in the WNBA or whether it be in the college scene for the next few years. Like, I'm excited, man. I'm ready to see what players set themselves apart, what players put their names in history. Morgan Williams is a name that, if you only watch the WNBA, you don't know. But if you watch college basketball, she hit one of the biggest shots ever in women's college basketball history. So, yeah. So, you want to put your name in history, March is the time to do it.
But yeah, just can't wait for it. Can't wait to recap it. Can't wait to talk about it. Best time of the year is here. Balling like it's March Madness, man. Oh, man. Can't wait. I've been waiting for this moment all season, and it's finally here.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be a great time. I can't wait to see who we're gonna watch in Greenville when we get there. South Carolina for sure is gonna be there. After that, it's up in the air. But I know South Carolina gonna be in that motherfucker. I know South Carolina gonna be in that motherfucker. So I'll see them in person. Everybody else, y'all got to show us. Yeah, hey, we want to play in front of y'all. Now let me stop. Like, hey, man, we don't want a championship. We want to play in front of Hoodie and the Headband, man. That's why we here. That's why we in Greenville, man.
They said we in the Greenville bracket. Bet that's all we need to do.
Man, I ain't gonna lie though.
Show for the Hoodie and the Headband. Let me stop.
I ain't gonna lie. With all due respect, I was really hoping that UConn and Iowa was gonna be there. I was really hoping. I mean, I didn't think Stanford was gonna be there because Seattle.
all
and
of
it's
them
West
a
Coast.
challenge, bro. Like you would have gave South Carolina competition, and then you would have gave UConn and Iowa like crazy circumstance to be under, too. Like they gotta come to the South, right?
But
they gotta come
they're trying
to the South.
They're trying to look at it. They're trying to look at it from
South.
they're looking at it from all right, where can we get the best matchups and still end up with great Final Four matchups and a great national championship?
Yeah, because that's where the money's gonna be at.
Yeah,
the money gonna be in the Final Four, Elite Eight Final Four. You're not gonna put
UConn, Iowa, and South Carolina.
Yeah, no, what?
You can't put them all in the same
Why
one. Then they all gonna be
UConn and
gone
Iowa playing
from
in the
same
round
bracket.
of 32? This is not a couple years ago. This is this year.
Yeah, that would be crazy. And you don't want to see them play in the Sweet 16 either. You want at least the Elite Eight. When it gets to the Final 8, you want your best 8 teams or your biggest 8 teams to be there. So we'll see. But that's no disrespect to the other teams. I haven't seen UConn play in person. I would have loved to see UConn play in person.
Same.
For sure would have loved to see Caitlin Clark play in person. But I mean, we've got some players that I can't wait to see. Mackenzie Holmes, Grace Berger.
Yep.
I hope we get to see her. I hope Olivia Miles is playing.
Y'all know how much. I hope Olivia Miles is playing, boy. We talked about not being a fan and not cheering. Y'all got to hold me back. Y'all got to hold me back. We're like, but you, be like, ooh. I'm like, yeah, it's nice. Keep cooking. I was like, no, I can't. Or I mean, I could. I could be all fanned out.
Diamond Miller. I can't wait to see Diamond Miller play in person, man. There's so many players I can't wait to see.
So many good names on like a lot of these teams, man.
Like, y'all know I've been a fan of Notre Dame's players for a while.
Yes.
So I can't wait to see Notre Dame play, man.
Yeah.
I've been waiting.
Oh, even though I think that's what I wanted to mention. Man. So yeah. So we teamed up with our boy Bailey, friend of the show. Put together a little builder team for y'all. It should be dropping out today.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, go tap in with that. Let us know. Sound off in the replies, comments, whatever. I'll take the fall for it. Let me stop. Y'all would be mad at anybody. Be mad at me. All right. Nah, I'm playing. No, I'm not giving y'all that invitation. But
that boy said I'm not getting yelled at.
But I know it's gonna be, I'm gonna say I don't think it's gonna be any controversy. I think we did a good job picking who we picked. And
I mean, it's only 5 players at each position. It's tough, man.
Yeah, and it's
5 players at each
60-something teams. And then out of those 60-something teams, it's like a lot of these players have 2 to 3 of the best players in the country on their teams. And then you really got like, I know it's only 25 players that we pick, but it's a good maybe like 40 good players out there, like 40 to 50.
Yeah, it's 40 players in the tournament that for sure could have been on the list.
That are like you gotta watch, like must see, like pay attention to. Whether they're gonna be in this year's draft, next year's draft, they're gonna make a difference between this year or next year, whatever. Like you got a lot of up and coming players, you got a lot of established players. It's college basketball, man. I mean, hey, if y'all know. That's why y'all listen to this podcast because y'all know. If you don't know now, you know because we're here to tell you. Yeah.
That's facts.
But other than that, man, I ain't got nothing else. Just ready for the madness to occur.
Yeah, man. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's just I'm very excited to see who makes their name. That's one of my favorite parts of March every year. It's just seeing players that either were very good but weren't getting the recognition, or just the superstar but didn't have that perfect moment. I think this could be March is always a time for players to step up and put their names in history and give them a reason to be talked about and known for years after their career is over. So I can't wait, man. I'm excited.
User. But yeah, that was my stomach. It's time to eat.
That boy hungry.
It's time to wrap up this pod. Thank you guys for tuning in.
I need to eat dinner too.
Thank you guys for tuning in once again.
We went out with a little. Damn.
Get it out, man.
We went without dinner for y'all, bro. Y'all better run this shit up.
I know, facts.
We went without dinner for y'all, bro. I'm about to eat dinner at fucking. All right, it's only 9:00, but still.
I still gotta figure out what I want to eat though. That's the thing.
Exactly. I gotta cook that shit. It's a lot of work, man.
No, I ain't gotta cook. I just gotta pull up to the spot. Be like, yo, let me get a number 3.
That man going to get fast food. Hell no. Nah.
I be eating grilled chicken, man. Listen, I eat healthy options at fast food places. I'm transitioning into a period. Like I'm going from eating fast food, right, to eating the healthy options on the fast food menu, right, and it's gonna dwindle down to like me not eating fast food at all. Then be out Lil Wayne and not eat fast food in 20 years.
Hey man, I had Zaxby's the other day because they got one in Winchester.
Oh,
that shit.
Been a minute since you had Zaxby's.
Well,
you know you got his Zaxby's
when we hit the.
You know his Zaxby's when we hit the Ville.
Oh, we definitely getting the fucking.
You hitting the Zaxby's or we hitting whatever.
Man,
no, we definitely make a vlog. All right. We definitely. I had cookout today.
I need that cookout, man. I need all that shit.
Listen. All right, so yeah. Plan is all right. We're gonna make a vlog. Okay, we're gonna make a vlog of our trip. Y'all have to tune in, and it's gonna be funny. It's be good. It's be good material. I promise you that.
It's gonna be fantastic material.
A bunch of laughs, man. Y'all know, man. Listen, y'all think this is a bunch of laughs? No, we laugh way more off screen than we do on screen.
Oh man,
we just get composed and be semi-professional for y'all.
Don't say as much wild shit as we say before we start. Because if everything was recorded, shit.
Well, why are y'all giving them that idea that we be wilding out like that? No, I kind of did too just now, but yeah, no, we I don't know, we just always laughing, man. It's been this way since 2013, so.
Which is crazy.
10 years.
10 years, bro.
Damn.
Shit crazy. Damn. Shit is crazy. We old as hell. What the fuck?
I don't know about old as hell. No, I don't know about that. I'm youthful, all right? You see this face? See this face?
We old, nigga.
We closer.
We're closer to our 10-year anniversary in high school graduation than we are to our original high school graduation. We old.
I look like I'm about to be a freshman in college, so I'm not complaining at all.
That is crazy. Man has no facial hair.
I have not aged.
My dad always told me, don't trust nobody with no facial hair. So you
I shave I'm starting to shave, okay? Got a little bit of a mustache going on, and you noticed it too.
That man said starting to shave. That shit is funny. That shit is funny.
I just prefer a clean face.
I prefer a clean face.
At the moment, because it's just not full A like
grown up.
In you, you know, I ain't got
like a grown up, man.
It'll come soon. It'll come soon. Anyways, we talk about
look nonsense. Like a little kid.
But yeah, no. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. Make sure you guys rate, subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends, share it with your homies, share it with your family, all that good stuff. Be tuned in. Might be some new words soon. By the time you guys are hearing this. There'll definitely be some new words by the weekend. There'll definitely be some words by the weekend. It's been a minute. But it's March.
Hey, B-Dub.
It's
find out writer B-Dub is in the building.
Listen, it's gonna be words. Words this weekend.
Writer B-Dub.
Be word from here on out, honestly. I gotta get back. I'm back. All right. I'm back.
Oh, he's back.
Like what Steph said? I'm here. I'm back. Yeah. I'm here. I'm back. So yeah, man. Just tap in. All right. You gotta see the @ names. Me even gotta say them this time around. Shout out to Jacob on that, man. But yeah. Thank you guys once again. We gotta get something to eat.
For sure.
Yeah. But all right. We'll see y'all in Greenville.
Yeah.
Yeah, live from the Ville, you know what I'm saying?
Shit crazy.
The Ville is back. The Ville is back. Football Day here. Pill is back. I always ruin it, man. I always ruined it.
I always got to do some.
I always ruined it, but I didn't say it. I didn't say it this pod. I didn't say it.
It's all good though.
I didn't say it this pod.
Nope.
I didn't say it.
Outro.
Look, the streak is one.
The streak is one.
Streak is at one. One episode.
Streak is at
without saying. All right. No guarantee they'll go to 2 because hey, something happens this weekend or next weekend. I'm gonna say it. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in once again. This is your boy Bryce signing out.
Your boy Tariq signing out.
Peace, love, positivity.
Appreciate y'all.